In today's video, we're going to be diving into ClickFunnels and how to create a funnel. Now, if you are new to this channel, we go through different social medias and websites and how to build your business. So, like I said, today's video is all about ClickFunnels and how to make a funnel. ClickFunnels is one of those driving forces when it comes to sales for your business. Once you get someone into your funnel, again, they kind of work through the system and eventually they do buy something or at least get their email address. You can add them to your newsletter and again, keep sending messages out to them and eventually they may funnel back into your funnel and therefore again help your business. So let's dive into our ClickFunnel page here. So if you do not have ClickFunnels, you can have a free account, I believe, for 14 days. If not, depending on the time of the year, they have sometimes 30 days. We will have a link down below to sign up for that. You do not have to follow it if you don't want. It is an affiliate link, but it does help this YouTube channel. But like I said, you just go to clickfunnels.com and therefore, again, create a new channel. Now, with ClickFunnels, they have definitely gone above and beyond and now have really incorporated AI into their system like most companies have now, especially any type of digital software. So for this, we're going to be looking at the Smart Funnel Builder. Now, again, if you want to create your own, you can definitely do that, create your own, and you can look at all these different ones that they have here. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go too far into this, but if you do want to do one of these, so again, say a squeeze funnel, let's hit select here, and you are going to kind of see what they do here for the most part. Now, like I said, you can then click and do one of these previews if you want, but we're going to go back into the funnels here because I want to show you the Smart Funnel Builder because I think this is the better way to actually build funnels now. And like I said, we'll dive a little bit deeper into how we can change different things in this video. So let's say you are looking for a specific thing like an application, webinar, summit, or an opt-in. I'm going to click an opt-in because this is a lot of times what people are trying to do. They're trying to get someone in with some type of free download PDF or even a book or something along those lines. But then there might be something else that they want them to buy after they get the free thing. So we're going to show you that now. So if I click next here, now you can click any of these pictures here and you can change the colors if you want. So let's go. I'm going to go, I like the blue itself, and then it's going to give me a few different options on everything else here. I really do just like the black on black here for the most part, but if you want, we could hit regenerate and they can also do a few different things as well. But again, it's totally up to you. Now there are different styles here. They only have three, so colorful, round, and blocky. I personally like blocky, but let's just go with colorful itself. I think sometimes that does pop a little bit better as well. Click next. Now we're going to see these three different things. Now you can click on any three of these, whichever one you want to utilize. Now granted, if you have your own photos already and your own videos, you can click on one of these and you can still implement those back in. So let's just do stock photos for right now, just because I think that will actually speed the process up. And in this area right here is what you're going to actually be talking about. So how to read faster is what we're going to put here today. Again, whatever you're trying to do, if we're trying to run faster, or again, how to have a sales funnel, something along those lines. Unlock the secrets of speed reading. Discover how to read faster and absorb information like never before. Your journey to become a reader pro starts here. So they've already made that for you. Now you can change how you want to do that, but I actually really like that, how it is. So we're going to keep that, but again, you could do quirky for the most part. Now again, because I clicked that, I'm not too sure friendly will be the exact same this time. So now we're seeing this one. Again, I don't really like it as much, so I'm going to go back to friendly. We'll see if it does the same thing. I don't know, because it is just regenerating this off AI. But as it does that, we're now seeing that. So again, yep, it did change it, which again, too bad for the most part because I did like the first one. But now we're going to hit create. Now, as it is doing this, it is going to be creating this funnel for you. So it's going in and creating all the different pages it has to. Now for the opt-in, there are only 2 pages, so it's not going to take too long. And depending on what you clicked on as well, it may take longer to actually make, because if you are doing the isometric 3D print, those images, it may take longer compared to the flat illustration compared to the stock photos. But like I said, it does take a little bit here. So give it about, I would say 5-ish minutes or so before it actually gets everything through. And once it does, I will then show you exactly what you need to do to actually edit your funnel. All right, there we go. So it is now done. So customize now because it has created our funnel for us. So we are now going to be seeing the funnel itself. So you're going to have these 2 pages. So again, we're going to edit this. You could obviously do a little bit different if you wanted to. So you could actually add another funnel part into this, another section. Again, for the sake of this video, we're just going to do the two because I think that's going to be a little bit easier. So if we want to, let's actually preview it first. You can actually see what it looks like. So right now, they are just doing basic type of things here. So again, this is nothing. You would have to go back and change that. Same thing with some of the text as well. So some of it may make sense, but other parts, like I said, may not make any sense at all. And again, this is where we want to make sure that we are changing things up. So that is the first part of it. If I go back down to this part, let's preview this as well. So this one you're definitely going to see, I mean, that's not me. You can clearly see me on the screen, but we're also then seeing this part here in the text. So again, we have to go back and change those things. So let's go back. I want to show you how to do this. And again, for the sake of this video, we're just going to do more of the simplicity of the video itself. You really do want to go in and make sure it does look very nice and does make sense as you're going through the entire area. So first thing, I always go up here and I actually delete this part out because the image that's up here, it doesn't really make sense to me. And sometimes it gets a little confusing for the most part. So I'm hoping to get this clicked here. There we go. And then if I do that, I can delete it. There we go. Because like I said, that image, it doesn't sit right for the most part. So I typically take that one out. Now, as you're seeing, there are different things that are popping up here. So a new element, there is add a section, add a row. Those are different things inside of each other. So the thing is that the element itself, if I were to click that, I can now add a column up here. You just drag and drop. And now if I wanted to, I could add a headline here into that. So if I want to now change this, I just click. And now we're going to text goes here. Whatever you want to put here for the most part. So like I said, you can definitely do that, and you can then bold it if you wanted to, and you can slightly change it up for the most part, however you want to do that. Now again, if you want to do a few different things, you could always click the AI. And again, that does give you a little bit benefits that it will try to change your text. Now granted, I put barely anything in there, so it's going to be a little more difficult, but it can definitely go in there and help you rewrite certain things. So like I said, now as we go through, I can also add rows in here, so we can add columns if we want to. So if I wanted to, I could also add a column down below that, and therefore again start adding other things in this line here. So if I want to do subtext here and a subtext here, I could do that. And now again, we could, I must have misclicked there, but I can then add here. So adding in text as well. And I didn't have to do the two columns. I could have done one, but again, I did click the two just to show you. I could then also add different things in this area as well. We could just add in a button to, again, opt into the next part that we could just, again, what we're seeing down here, in case you want them to just click right away, we could always add that. Now, again, if I don't really like what I'm seeing here, just delete it. It's very easy and simple as well. Now, as I go down, things like this, again, if you see something you don't like, you can then text in here as well. You just click on the area, and then therefore, again, add your text here, and so on and so on. Now, like I said, we do see this here. So again, this by itself is going to, again, you want to keep that area for the most part because you are trying to get their email. Again, you're going to add this to your email list. Now, whether you stick with ClickFunnels for your emails or go somewhere else, that's totally up to you. I use MailChimp, so again, we can always have a video on how you use MailChimp as well. But like I said, you can always go through here. And the big thing that you want to do is click save, because if you do not click save and you click the preview, you will not see anything. So we are now seeing this right now. And again, granted, I understand it doesn't look as smooth as it is. You'd want to go back and make sure that you smooth these areas out. And I didn't change any of these, but if I wanted to, I can click here, click this, and we are going to, click that again, and I'm going to go to where I can upload image. Now they actually have a few different areas that you can actually implement different things. So I'm just going to put in, let's see here, we're just going to put the sun. Again, I'm just thinking off the top of my head here for the most part. So let's save that image. And now when I click that image, it will go into that area. Now granted, same thing again, we have to make sure it fits that area. So again, you want to get your ratios right. So again, depending on what you're clicking here, it may fit into that area. If I click here, we want to make sure it does fit into that area. So you want to make sure you have the right type of settings for it. And again, I'm going very quickly through this. You definitely want to make sure you can do a container or scale down or scale up. So again, depending on what you're doing here, container and cover. So again, it's all these different things allow you to change how you want to. You can then also add text here. So if I do, hey there, again, this just helps you kind of know exactly what you're doing for the most part. So then you can change it to dynamic or upload. But again, when you do that, you have to actually go back and re-upload the image. So again, that is one of the downsides with it. But again, same thing I just reiterated before, you now want to make sure you click save here. You can also add actions here. So again, if you wanted to add like a link to go somewhere. So again, you could put different parts here to like say your YouTube channel, your affiliate links. You could definitely put those in here, and that actually would allow them to click and go to those areas. For right now, I don't have any links to put there. I'm gonna click save. So now again, if I go to the eye here, I can definitely see that the sun has been added. And again, I understand it doesn't look nice as of right now. We obviously have to do more with that. But like I said, as we go through here, we can now see the rest of what it looks like. And therefore, again, it looks what we want to see here. We are going to go to the next page here because I think the next page is also where it's very important to see exactly what's going on. And actually, before I go to the next page, I do want to show you one thing here because we kind of did overrun that. So if we go to add section here, you can add different things here. So again, what we're seeing here, you can do a FAQ section. If you click that, it gives you different options. If you want more testimonial, you can click there. Content selection, CTA scroll. So it does have huge different things you can add to this, which is super nice. So I'm just going to add FAQ because I think that is important to have because I think a lot of people will usually have that on their funnels because it is one of those things that really does help your areas. And again, it just went right into that area where I was already adding it. You can then move it around how you want to for the most part. You just drag and drop different parts. I think if I do this, it's always difficult to do on the laptop, but you can actually move these areas if you want. So you can move it up and down throughout your entire thing. And same thing, you'd obviously have to go in here and change the text out because that obviously doesn't make any sense. But now, same thing, hit save, go back here. I always go back just to make sure it does look the way it should from what I'm seeing and making sure I'm doing it right. And you could go live, but again, we still don't have this fully figured out just yet. If we go to the next page, so this is the next one. So it goes from one to the next. So once they put their email, hit submit, it then brings us to this page. Now this is where ClickFunnels does thrive really well because it's now going to also opt in for them to buy whatever you're also trying to sell them. So granted, you already sent them their free thing, whatever it was, a PDF, a recipe, email, anything along those lines. Now you can also then say like you want to sell them a book, you want to sell them a nutritional course or things along those lines. You can add that in here if you want, and you can do this. I want this now. Hurry up! It's ending soon. Limit time offer. It usually goes for $99, $49. We can change this to say 17, whatever you want to change it to. And then you would also then add in your product. Now, granted, that is a whole nother video. We can obviously dive into that in another video. If you do want to see me do that, comment down below. I can show you how you add your products in here. That is a whole different section. But like I said, we're going to hit save. Obviously, didn't really change anything besides the 17 there, so nothing too big. But same thing, if you want to add more sections, you can definitely do that because typically with this, yeah, you always want to have another thing because as people keep scrolling, you want to have it, there's multiple buy options because as they scroll, you do add more. They're going to have a hard time going all the way back up to find out. Granted, there's not as much on here, but that is what your funnel is going to look like. So if we go back here again and we do the preview, I'm just going to, again, put in my email. I'm going to send the report here. So now, again, after I sent that, it takes me to the exact next page. So again, if I wanted something, I would click this button. And there's nothing added to it, so nothing's going to pop up as of right now. But you can also add in your checkouts. You can link it to Stripe. You can do all those things as well. Let's go back because I want to show you one last section for the funnel and then we'll be done with the video here. So your funnels do sit right here. You now can see your funnel here. It has 2 steps. Like I said, you can always add more steps if you wanted to. Let me just X that out for right now. And then you can also see the opt-ins, the sales, the orders. You can also see everything that's going on, even the analytics. Now, granted, I have nothing attached to this for the most part. So again, you're not going to see anything there. If you really do like it, you can duplicate it and also have another funnel and start actually doing like A/B testing on this and see which one actually does better. If one does start doing better, you can then take the one out and keep with the other one. That is a big plus with ClickFunnels. So overall, if I do want to go back again, I just click on it. Again, it's not that difficult or anything, and it re-uploads everything, and I can go back to edit. Again, if I wanted to add another page, I could easily add that. So this is where you can do split testing, or we just create a whole new page. Split testing again is that A/B testing. So again, it can go in different directions. But if I just do this, I'm just going to click one here real quick, and yeah, create page. And this will add it in as well. But like I said, you still need to go in and still make your edits and fix the things that's going on for the most part. So now if I go back, where was saying 2, now I'm going to have 3. It should, yep, so 3. So there's 3 steps, and you can add multiple steps. There's no limit, but like I said, you don't want to have too many because the more you add, the more friction you add, and therefore, again, people may not sign on or buy whatever you're trying to sell. So I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I greatly appreciate if you do hit the like button down below. That greatly helps grow this YouTube channel, and therefore, again, gets us out to more and more people. And if you do have any questions, comment them down below. I'm more than happy to, again, answer those questions in a video form and, again, help walk you through this. We will do another one, how you make products and actually add them into your funnels as well. So I will see you in the next video.